Welcome back to Conversations with the ERC5. Today I have with me Jaimye Kelley from M&T Bank. Jaimye, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me, Grace. Great to see you.
It's always a pleasure. So tell our audience a little bit about M&T Bank, your role at the bank.
Well, at M&T, I've worked there since, 1987. So I was 12 when I started. But I am responsible for our business banking division. So we deal with all of Western Massachusetts. We have hundreds of business clients here, and we just love what we do.
And it's definitely evident. You have been everywhere in the community. You and your team. You see the great green T-shirts out there, and you guys are everywhere, and you're always happy. There's always this great smile, and everyone's having a great time. So I think that's reflective on your work environment.
Yeah. We're very lucky. We have the best team. I'm going to be selfish for a second and say we have the best
okay.
team. We have the best team. But it's really important, especially coming out of the pandemic, for us to spend time together and spend time in the community. And I love the fact that you recognize the green T-shirts, because we're very excited about our green T-shirts. But we want to show our focus on community, because we all live here. Yes. M&T is a larger institution. That is a fact, but we all live here. My kids go to college here. We own real estate here. We're a part of the community, and it's really important for us to show up.
Well, I am grateful for that. And I think showing up is so important, because to everything you just said, this is a community. We all live here, and we're all invested in the success of the area. And it's wonderful, again, when you see organizations out there supporting various events and what's happening.
We want to be a part of everything that's going. I mean, we can't be everywhere.
I think you're doing a really good job of it.
We're trying to be everywhere. But it's also important to support each other in what's important. And so it's been an interesting journey, because something that I love to do or I know about might be different than you. You bring what you like and I bring what you like, and then it multiplies. So if you have 12 people on the team, it multiplies out from there. And that's kind of what you're seeing. And it's a work in progress, but I love being a part of it.
It's a wonderful work to watch.
Thank you.
We are so grateful, again, for M&T Bank. And if I could just touch on one thing briefly.
Sure. Yeah.
So we're all a little concerned. We turn on the news and we hear what's been happening. What would you like to share with us about that?
I would just say that M&T Bank is an extremely strong institution. We have an extremely well-diversified deposit base, which is very different from the banks that have had troubles. We have $25 billion in cash on our balance sheet, which again is very different than those banks that have had troubles. And we've seen the federal government step in. And we know that our depositors and our customers are well taken care of. And you can see it in our investor reports. All of our information is public. If you like LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn. I share. I think you'd say Jamie's everywhere on LinkedIn. But all of the information is out there. The key metrics, because it is really important to know who you bank with. It's very important. Yes. You can't make assumptions in this world anymore. So it's a great question.
And I think it's great that you are everywhere, because that reassurance is what we need right now. We don't need this alarmist attitude that then brings on a frenzy. It's good to know that, everyone's on safe ground. We're doing good. There's, pieces in place that will keep us all safe through this.
Absolutely.
So that I feel there's comfort in that.
Absolutely. We're not concentrated in any one industry, which is, again, one of the troubles that those banks had. We have thousands of industries across the 12 states that we bank in. So we don't have those same issues that could arise. But again, like I said, $25 billion on the balance sheet. We're very liquid. We're here and ready to take care of our community.
Glad to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.
So You're involved in the community. Your green T-shirts are everywhere.
I love it.
And
I should have worn it today. Why didn't I
there
wear
you
it?
go.
I don't even know what I was thinking. I should have.
And speaking of green, that leads me to golf tournaments and what you are doing. So you are the first female to co-chair the Make-A-Wish Foundation golf tournament. Tell us about that.
Yes, thank you for asking.
I'm so excited for
I've
you.
been involved in Make-A-Wish of Massachusetts and Rhode Island for about 5 years on the golf committee. I do golf, not well, but that's okay. And we have a tournament every June in Western Mass. It's at Springfield Country Club. And I was asked this year to be co-chair. And I think it's because I am extremely passionate about the kids. To me, Make-A-Wish it's the easiest charity to support because you are simply trying to bring a smile to a child's face and a family that's going through a really, really hard time. There's no heavy lifting. There's no politics. There's no anything involved in this, and just making somebody feel good who's in a bad space. And most of us have children in our lives somehow, some way, whether they're our own children or, whatever it might be. So when you kind of internalize that and say, this is available to make kids feel better, it's really important. And all the money that's raised here stays for children in Western Massachusetts that approach Make-A-Wish. So that's really important.
That is awesome.
Too. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
That is so important.
It is very important.
When we're raising funds, to know that the money is still staying here locally. And what a wonderful organization, because these families are going through a lot and they lose sight of their dreams and maybe sometimes feel like those aren't attainable. And then Make-A-Wish steps in at a time when, there's so many challenges for them.
Absolutely.
And you make it,
Absolutely.
you make their dreams come true. You make it a reality for them.
Well, I can't thank our sponsors enough. So just as, we try to support things in the world that I'm in Make-A-Wish, which is kind of a reverse role. Our sponsors are the ones that make our tournament happen, and I can't thank them enough. It's really, really important. I feel like it's really important work. And we're even going to have a game at the Thunderbirds, a Make-A-Wish night for the first time at the Thunderbirds in the month of April. I think it's April 4th, I believe. So we're very excited about that. Yeah. We're very excited. It's actually the 40th anniversary of Make-A-Wish. So it's the 40th anniversary of the very first wish that was ever granted. So it's a big year.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much. But I was so excited when I saw that on LinkedIn. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at Jaimye. She is so awesome. She's everywhere.
I love it. I really hope one of these years my golf game gets better, but I don't see that happening this year. Maybe next year.
You can still hit the ball.
Yes.
That's that is key.
I am definitely going to golf, but just not going to focus on my golf game. And everyone who's golfed with me knows that.
Well, it'll be a lot of fun and for a wonderful organization. And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But I want to say thank you to M&T Bank and to you and your team, because with any of our events, you're always there for us. And I'm very grateful for that.
Well, thank you for saying
that.
But I want to say the same thing to you, Grace, because you have been incredible for this community. And I really appreciate it living here. I live in Munson. My kids go to school in Wilbraham. Being a part of this community, what you've done, what you've brought to it, the collaboration that you're creating with other chambers, everything you're doing is fantastic. And we need you. So thank you.
That means a lot. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. But I think that's the power of community, right?
Absolutely.
And when we all come together, because we do all share the same mission. We live here. This is where we're raising our families. We want these to be vibrant communities.
Absolutely.
And we want all of our businesses to succeed.
Absolutely.
And we need the support of our banking industry and bankers who say, you know what, there's a great cause. I'm going to support them. Let me figure out how I can help. Maybe, I can't do a huge sponsorship, but I can do something. I can lend my voice to what they're trying to accomplish and help them get there.
And showing up. That's for us, that's kind of our theme right now as a team is it's all about showing up for our community, showing up for each other, showing up for our customers, just show up, because it's something that got lost in the last 3 years, right? I mean, we've been behind screens and different modes of communication, and not that people did it on purpose. Nobody was trying to put up a wall. It was just, but we kind of got into, and now we're in the opposite, right? We're in hyperdrive, where it's like every night during the week there's something going on. It's like we're here, we're there, and it feels great. It feels really, really good.
Well, and as a consumer, I think it's great because it's like, oh my gosh, that's M&T Bank. I got to go over there. Is that the person I was talking to the other day? And it is. It's that recognizing and putting a face to a voice, to a name, and making that connection that we were so lacking.
Absolutely. Can I tell you a funny story? So here's my funny story. So I got married in August 2021, which was about the same time that the name on the door was going to change of our bank. So I said, well, I'm going to change my last name. I'm going to change the name of my bank all at the same time. But it's been amazing, because
change is a good thing.
Change is a great thing. It is a great thing.
So look at all the wonderful things that have been happening for you
over the pandemic, and now we're coming out of it, which is fantastic. I could not be happier, as I'm sure you are, with all the events that you're trying to put together.
We're all delighted to be out there and connecting with the residents, with our communities. Yeah. It's wonderful. Yeah. So tell our audience, if they're looking for more information about M&T Bank, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, you can get in touch with me. We have a website, mtb.com. Like I said, I am on LinkedIn, so you're more than welcome to reach out to me there. But I would encourage anyone to go into any of our branches. We have 18 branches across Western Massachusetts. We have the best team. Anyone you walk in and see is going to be very, very happy to help. So that's how I would do it.
That sounds wonderful. Or if they're out in the community and see the green T-shirt,
if you see a green T-shirt,
just come tap on the shoulder and say hi there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Jaimye, thank you so much for joining us. I so appreciate it.
Thank you, Grace, for having me.
And thank you. This wraps up another podcast, Conversations with the ERC5. If you'd like to see this podcast or previous podcasts, please go to our website at ERC5.com. All the information is there for you.